In this video tutorial, we're going to talk about how to set up vector artwork so that you can use it to cut vinyl. In front of me, I have a simple clip art picture that's in vector format. It's two colors, black and gray. And I want to go ahead and make sure that this artwork is vinyl ready. Now, currently, the artwork is actually done in several pieces. There's a black piece here, there's a gray piece here, and then there's another black piece behind it. Unfortunately, that's not really the most efficient way to be doing vinyl. We don't want to layer vinyl on that many times on top of one another. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that the vinyl can touch the shirt as much as possible, and that there's also the least amount of vinyl used when I'm creating the artwork. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that there's certain cutouts. I'm going to go ahead and do a cutout with the black onto the gray. And you can use the trim tool for that, which is located right here. Just select both of those objects. And you can see now that I've got a cutout there behind it. I can actually just remove this object, and you can see that the black is filled in from the other object behind it now. So if I click here again, I'm actually moving the object that was behind it because I cut out through the gray itself. The gray has got holes now. Now we're getting a lot closer to the way we want the vinyl set up. Unfortunately, this setup here, even though it uses less layers, it's just two layers, one black layer and one gray layer. It's not still the most efficient way because we're not touching the t-shirt with the gray. So the gray would be completely layered on top of the black, and there's potential for it to have problems adhering to the other vinyl. So the next thing that I need to do is make sure that I have the gray touching the shirt as much as possible, but still have a little bit of overlap with the gray and the black along the edges and stuff, so that it's a seamless transition between the black and the gray. I don't want any gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the gray out onto the black here. And now you can see that the black is one piece and the gray is one piece, and they both fit perfectly into one another like a puzzle. However, if I was to adhere the vinyl like this, what could end up happening is that the edges wouldn't be perfectly lined up because the vinyl would, shrink and expand upon being heated. So just to safeguard myself a little bit, I'm going to extend the edges of the black inwards just a teeny bit so that there is a little bit of overlap between the black and the gray, and that keeps everything, touched and properly placed, but there's not too much as well. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just grab the node editing tool real quick. And I'm just going to probably, on this particular object, I'm just going to drag the nodes in. It's the quickest way. There are other ways to do this. Sometimes I like to do a cutout and then stroke or outline the edging to fill it inwards a little bit, and other options like that. But because this is so simple, this is the quickest way to do it. And to be honest, explaining the other ones would require a little bit more vector knowledge. So hopefully you guys will pick up a little bit as you kind of go along and mess with the program a little. I'm going to do the same thing here with the black as well. I just want to make sure that there's enough. So it doesn't look like the image is changing much, and that's because it's really not changing all that much. I'm just expanding the black that I did the cutout behind the gray a little here to make sure that I get some nice coverage as much as possible. Oops, that was the wrong click, wrong way. And I am leaving a little bit of the black here. If you can see this blue outline, that's the I'm sorry, this blue outline here. It's the gray portion underneath that's going to be touching the shirt. So this is where the cutout. This is like where the black is missing, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But I'm leaving a little bit of that in here because I do want the shirt to make a little bit of contact just to be safe. And if you guys aren't following me so far, it'll definitely make a little bit more sense towards the end when I get to show you the final product. This is one of the more advanced things that we do. Okay, I think that's probably good. So now it doesn't look any different, but if I was to pull away this gray piece, you can see that I've expanded the black. So the black doesn't match the gray perfectly anymore. It's been expanded so that there is plenty of overlap for me to have, human error and or vinyl problems when I'm applying it and adhering it on top of one another. But on the same note, the gray can still touch the shirt here where the shirt comes through. So let's just say the shirt is a red. I'm going to drop a red box behind it. Let's say the shirt's a red box. If I apply the black vinyl first, and then I apply the silver vinyl or the gray vinyl, whatever it is, on top of it, you'll see just a little bit of coverage there. And actually, I need to expand this black piece here too. There we go. Just like that. So now when I take this gray piece and I go to apply it on top, I can kind of place it and I have a little bit of wiggle room, just a teeny bit of wiggle room to kind of place it and still have perfect coverage, just like I would in real life if I was applying vinyl on top of one another. So that's the end goal right there. It's to make it work like that.